Good morning. It's morning here in Denmark. Welcome to day 3 of the 5-day Choose Love Challenge. So today is a kind of a magic day. It's a mystical day. It's the day when you stop complaining and blaming for 24 hours. And it's an action that you can create and that you can make that can seem really difficult and go against your nature and everything logical and against your instinct. But it has tremendous results. So it's one of the really big shifts that you can create. Hey, PJ. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm on my phone here. I'll see if I can read the comments. So that's what day 3 is about. That's an action that you can create. So the first 2 were more like mindsets, but this is something concrete. I call it an action because it's more of a reaction that you try to change, right? You get to change one thing that you do over and over again to create something else. So I had clients had huge results with this. I had a woman who had all the reason in the world to complain. Like, I thought I had challenges, but this woman, like, she really did, but it didn't get her anywhere, right? So the first 2 times I talked to her for an hour, and she was just on and on. Like, she had so many challenges, and I got it, I really do get it. Like, so he didn't have a phone, for example, that children together, she really wanted to be able to contact him. He would retrieve to the attic, smoking pot, and stuff wasn't fixed, like the ceiling, the lamps, some tables, and something in the children's room, and she couldn't fix it either. She couldn't try to get it done. Then he would freak. He didn't have a job. All these kind of things were wrong, and she had so many reasons to blame, but I just had to tell her, like, I get it, I have compassion for you, but going down that path is just not going to get you where you want. So what's more important for you? It was really, really hard, but she managed to stop blaming for 24 hours, and here's what happened. She sent me a text, and I'll share it with you. It was magic, right? So she told me that he told her, I love you, and she couldn't remember the last time he did that. They had a date night or a Netflix night, and he got a phone, and he talked about finding a job, and he fixed the things that hadn't been fixed for years in the house that was really bugging her. Something at the kitchen also. Like, so these were major, major things, and all of that, I'm not kidding you, all of that happened for her not complaining for 24 hours. So she had been stuck complaining, and this is what happens. We get stuck complaining for so long, and we're just telling him, our husband, that he's doing something wrong all of the time, and it just freezes him. He can't do anything. Like, he cannot just literally do any of the things that we would want him to, or that creates a connection, and that he wants to too. Of course he wants to. It's just being told that you're doing something wrong all of the time, and we don't realize it half the time, or most of the time. We don't even realize that we're telling our husbands that he's doing something wrong. Like, we don't maybe even notice how we do it. And of course, when we complain, we do, but we feel that we're entitled to. It's out of desperation. We don't want to be complaining, right? Nobody wants to be a complaining, bitching, moaning wife. We don't. It just happens. And it's just a bad habit. And because we feel stuck, we don't know what else to do. We want to feel understood. We're frustrated. And so you get into this headlock of complaining, and then he stops and freezes. And this was magic. So 24 hours is all you need to do to create a magic change and shift in your relationship and connection. And so try this. This really does work wonders. Bite your tongue, put something in your mouth, do whatever you can. Hey, Maribel. So let me know. I'm not sure I'm able to read the comments on my phone, but let me know if you have any questions. So it's day 3. It's stop blaming and complaining for 24 hours. And it does create magic. It really, really does. I was just sharing this. I had a client who had huge results, and she started my program, and she did this, and it created like the major, major shift. Like, that was amazing to see. It blew me away. I didn't know that was even possible. So that's how you lead too, right? So you go against everything that your instinct tells you, and that's logic, and of course it's just words that come out of your mouth, but they are complaining and blaming. and just notice them and just try for 24 hours not to go down that road and not to think out loud. It's for this exercise, it's actually okay to say it in your mind, even though it's better to stop the conversations also that you have in your mind, because they're going to spill over out of your mouth at some point sooner or later, right? That's what happens. But for this exercise to have an effect, all you need to do is not say it. So you can think it, but don't say it, right? Just watch your words and stop blaming and complaining for 24 hours, and you'll see major shifts. Okay, if you have any, is this working for you guys? Does this make any sense? Please let me know. Well, get comments. No comments, I think. All right. So this is also a Q&A. So there is not a lot to say about the challenge for day 3, because it's an action. It's just a thing you do, right? It's not like a mindset change. It's just focus on stop blaming and complaining. So I don't know what else to tell you other than that the client that had a huge breakthrough from not complaining and blaming, and that there are so many ways that we tell our husband that he's doing something wrong. We don't even notice it, and he's been told that for so long. That's what he's hearing. So you might not even realize, might not even be saying anything negative, but he'll pick that up anyway, right? So just know that that's where he's coming from. He's coming from a place of that's what he's hearing. That's what he's used to, right? So you get to shift that by completely taking away anything that can sound like blame or complain. So notice what, and be honest about it. Sometimes we're complaining, but it's not really what we're realizing that we're doing. So I sent a text message a while back about where's the lunchbox, and I had to admit to myself that I was actually complaining, and I had to just send another one saying sorry about that. I realized that was really what I was doing, but my brain was telling me, no, I'm just asking, but I was just getting something out because I was frustrated. So if you're frustrated behind your communication, if that's where you're communicating from, don't communicate, right? It's not about, you think you need to get things out and get it off your shoulder. It's actually the opposite. And I hear this all the time also with anger. I need to get it out. Yeah, but when you get it out into somebody, it grows and it's still in between you. It might be out of you. It's what I call peeing in your pants. It might be out and give you a temporary relief, but you're actually growing it and cultivating it so that it stays between you, and it even grows and gets bigger because you're nurturing it by getting it out. You're cultivating, as I call it. So I'm not telling you to like implode and keep things bottled up inside. I'm just telling you that when you utter the words out of your mouth, you're giving away your powers. And it does happen. It happened to me last night too. It does. Just be honest about it. Don't go down that, justification and explaining why it's okay, because it just doesn't serve your purpose. Your purpose is to connect, to get from frustration and feeling stuck to connection. Because when you get to connection, that's where all the magic happens. That's where you feel the power of love and peace, and that's where you create love and you cultivate love. You make more love inside of you and around you. So that's where you want to go. And complaining and blaming is one of the quote-unquote bad behaviors because they stand in the way of connection. There is no way to get to connection with blame and complain. It just doesn't get you there. You think, if I just tell him this, if he just does that, if he just moves this, or whatever reasons you're having in your head, doesn't get you to connection, okay? So, do you have any questions for me, Maribel, PJ? Anything you want to touch upon? What's your experience so far with the challenge? How's it going? I don't see your comment. Okay, let me know how the challenge is working out for you guys. And let me know if what's coming up for you, what's your biggest takeaway, and just good luck with this one. This is really powerful, okay? Just give yourself this opportunity and give yourself this gift of doing this stretch and seeing the results that you can make. Once you see how you can dictate and what you can create, not dictate, but what you can create with leadership. Once you see the power you have from what you choose to do and set your mind to, and you see the shift around you, you're like, whoa, I can really lead this. I can really do this. And it's just a mind-blowing experience, and it's a game changer. So good luck with that, guys. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to pop off again. It's early morning here. And let me know how it's working out for you. All right? Take care. Have a wonderful evening and wonderful next 24 hours. You're going to be sleeping, some of them if you're on the West Coast. But 24 hours of no complaining and blaming, out of which 8 of them you might be sleeping and the other 8 you might be working. So it's really just 8 hours. Okay, take care. Bye. Bye-bye, guys.